and he's out. Trent still with both salvos and a stun to work with.
Trying to take these fights as well, straight up here. Flashes into your face. Jonah P is able to just at least hold that crossfire setup. No pressure coming out. Salvos lay it down onto the floor. Gen.G now looking to contact their way through this scenario. And the refight called for. G2, they want to try and take the fight straight to them anyway, before they can even escape. Getting a win nice and early here onto Lotus. He's going to be setting them up cleanly, but okay, that's a nice little seize nade, and Jorgamo is no more obliterated.
Absolutely destroyed, and look how fast Karen is into a deep position here.
This is so pacey, up through heaven. Leaf, just a head popping up, and they've spotted each other. Almost ships in the night, but still, it's going to be a smoke into your face now, and the A site is opened up relatively. They still need to clear some section of it. Gen.G going to make a move on now, and Plan's going to be committed.
Trent used one of his salvos out towards back rubble at the very start of the round, so he still has one to play with along with the stun.
Here's the paranoia. It's going to sweep through, dividing up most of the side here. Double drop down into pit. They're going to try and combine their might and their util, looking for the kills, but the crossfires immaculate from Gen.G. Prowler not connecting onto much. Lurk timing for texture, seeking to take it, but three players, watchful eyes from G2, and Valorant even getting one, and the exit. That is monumental. Gen.G going to be left scrambling here. Just Ash and Munchkin left alive, and risks to be taken. They want to stand a chance of winning this round. Munchkin going for a pick off out towards spawn, but it's all watched for. Safe hands from G2, that discipline. It's always going to rear through. Doors opened up though, this is going to be, I think, Jorgamo under scrutiny. Can he deliver? Was it ever in doubt? It's two ripped array at a moment's notice. Sight's still going to be gained though. He's got no sound cues to work with. Still going to be TPing back and evacuating. Now with the dimensional drifting and even catching that late lurk. Foxy9, there will be no backup policy. Gen.G are the ones who are left scrambling, picking up the pieces of the round and just dying. Straight away, it's all set up from Jorgamo, isn't it? Valen being the closer.
They took the time out for Brent.
And it needs to come up with a good here and now, trying to face it, doubling up as that wall drops down. And there it is, Munchkin and Caron happy to collect.
This time, establishing slightly more passive positions, baiting G2 into fighting over towards rubble, and then ripping them away when G2 overextends slightly. A 4v2, you've got to convert on this one. Has to be a second round for Gen.G. And you know that Valen and Leaf are going to be looking to try to take risks.
Yeah, business is booming. Their money almost capped out. If you look at the kills, a lot of noise made. Valen's already got the one. Anticipating.
Munchkin knows the plan.
You have to He's taken out. It's a 2v2 in the blink of an eye. Thorns deaded. Anything to slow down the approach, the onslaught. The G2 are delivering. Rapid run around. G2 looking to group up. Hit the switch. Moving around. There's a smoke into your face now, and you're going to have to call this timing well. It's disjointed from G2, and Karen's got his eye on it. Watch for one at that. Not to be outdone. Playing further back positions here. Gen.G do not want to throw this advantage whatsoever. Weaving in and out, trying to ping pong here, but the time is ticking, and now it's ran out. Valen, no more chances. You can at least bring Karen down to the grave with you.
That's actually really important too. Yeah. They've done insane economic damage there.
Timing here, the Gen.G looking to utilize, and there's a Prowler connection. Still Leaf gets one. It's traded, showstopper not expended, but there it is. Collapses onto the floor, Jorgamo from the high ground. It's the operator looking to get value, looking to get a few more. Running it down to the side, the extremities are getting cleared up, but Jorgamo accounted for. Taken out as a 2v2. G2 versus Gen.G Valen. Trying to clear, trying to be diligent. Blinding. Paranoia sweeps, no connection onto Caron. He's still going to see this one open. Sighted. Ash is seeing it, takes the connection. Knows that he's off of it for now, but the C's did not connect. Smoke's going to be blossoming, blooming, covering the intent of G2, and they cannot be denied. Now the paranoia. Go button's going to be called for here by G2. They want to try and make a go of it. It's good for the positioning still. Ash is doing tremendous damage and tremendous work. Jorgamo, let's try and clear up that upper area, but the site is kind of flipped over. Gen.G, holy! Jorgamo just locking on. One to stun. Caron! 3 bullets left, and just swarm just in time. Making good usage of the fade. Hello, okay. One of the first kills going away for Gen.G now. Valen gone. We'll see how the rest of G2 end up playing this one. That's a tag through the wall.
That's crazy.
Jorg is not missing. is everywhere at once. The TP took him out into the open, almost died for it. But did he anticipate Trent? He's tucked close and tight. Needs a few more, but a spam. Raw bullets coming his way. There's a lot of teams coming for him, yet still he perseveres and reigns supreme. Munchkin scrambling left and right. Dimensional drift spotted, he can see it on the HUD, and Leaf just plucks him out of the picture. At the defeat, Thorns in front, needs to step up and try and take this fight straight to them. Blind as anything, still manages to grab one, but look at G2 already just getting into all the cracks in the defense. Any sort of gap whatsoever, but listen, that's a double fight that Jogamo was taking, and he didn't have a teammate to help him.
So a chance here for Gen.G. 2 players controlling spawn and 2 players on the flank. Leaf could easily get caught out.
Player advantage for Gen.G. As you mentioned, Leaf could definitely get caught out, but he's positioned himself well indeed. It's the first one, still fights happening on multiple avenues, multiple fronts. G2 filling up the feed and getting the better of it for now, but it's still that 2v2 and the damage done! There's no way! They're so damn low! There's still a chance for Texture. It's not planted for these G2 players. They're gonna have to get a bit of a run on. First one's a good connection, brings it into the 1v1! Texture delivers! Just a clone and Texture's watching.
You need this guy to activate.
I think they may have seen a lot of players' presence though, so now they're gonna be making a move over towards C. Foxy9 gets info. Thorns are gonna be deaded. He's trying to slow this one down, buy some time for the rest of his team.
No wall though.
Horns in through. Foxy9 just playing this one for the full retake.
Watch Texture's watch Texture's ult here. They're going to try to push into him. A lot of pressure.
Salvos, this is actually disconnected. She still gets 2. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. He was pushing to a really difficult spot, yet still Trent is getting that value. Round towards the pillar. Texture has to be the difference maker and is. Gains some side control, leaves it into just Jonah P. And he's not much for them.
Has the Aura wall.
Full util dump. Foxy9 squares up. Being challenged, that's the util. The TP forwards, the wall's going to be deaded on top of it. There's 2 players all the way in, but they're looking left, right, all over the place still. Up and over towards the wall. Leaf was able to pluck Foxy9 out. Ash is in. Trying to flood defend this one side by side with him and Texture. There's a disconnect here. G2 have called for a bit of a pause. Util's flying back and forth. Cutting them up now with the smokes, including the site. It's divided. Both teams looking for a pick.
Doesn't really look like there's a safe opportunity to plant here.
Drone out wide looking for info. G2 with their backs against the wall. Gen.G have got them cornered.
Karen's actually staying all the way over towards Rubble in case G2 extract themselves, but Valorant and Trent are really committed.
Hard stuck. Gen.G cemented themselves, rooted. High-low setup.
How do you work a play here?
I don't even
if
know.
you're G2.
They're waiting for the smoke time is for 1. Propped up, now trying to take the fight. Ash! It's monstrous. Huge performance, timing taken, and the Prowler just misses it for Texture. In blue room, gives him access towards it, it's going to go for the B-split. Cheeky idea, Nightfall now, cutting away the sound cues, and yet no anticipation. As you mentioned, they cooked it up, they combined it up, the ults getting tremendous value.
And the Tejo getting tremendous value to knock through that door and allow a safe path for Jorg.
Very cool opening idea by G2. They need another layer to this one. Gonna watch for it on top of the box. That's an angle that is hard to get onto. Texture is punished for it. Trying to peek past it. 2 plays up towards heaven. Gen.G to make a go for it. It's a 3-2-1 in the swing, but right through the smokes. Get a quick punish off. They try and jump spot this one. They're gonna hear it walking, and Munchkin! It's beautiful work. Astounding stuff from the IGL.
1 enemy remaining.
And G2 are just dropping like flies. Ton of util from these G2 players. Does he have a backup policy?
I mean, he could escape.
Exit is Foxy9. That's the bloody policy. Looking for even more up and over. Still they're cleaned up. And this, against the G2 with not too many guns, upgrades are going to be acquired off of that.
Yeah, Karen didn't want to teleport away because he would have abandoned Foxy9. And in the end, they go 2 for 2. Munchkin gets in to reinforce, but he takes a fight.
He's gone.
Cover going out.
And this is the opening. This is the window. This is the kind of mistake you cannot make.
Dire straights here for Gen.G. Pit now swarming out wide. It's a poison that's going to be spreading. Ash trying to go for a bit of random spam, seeing if he can collect these kills, but there we go. Sees and a nade, and Valen is no more. Still the pit remains. Defensive wall is propped up here, and these G2 players are going to try and make the most of it. Ring around the rosies. Operator in your hand. Shooting on top of it. And Ash Left reeling, left wandering. He has played it well, trying to pick up some sort of rifle. Leaf in front of him, and it's a game of those timings. Leaf! The team more for the exit. Salvos towards the back. Foxy9!
Crazy.
Just trying to play and overstay.
Completely flushed out by one salvo there.
This is methodical. It's G2 dissecting the map up now. Armageddon rolls it out, TP into the back from Valorant as well, full access. Munchkin, he's already roared away forward, trying to take that timing, trying to take it well, god damn man! If they needed him, he showed up and put up here, and it's a pivot for B. G2 call for the pause, but 30 seconds remaining, and heads are being popped straight through the wall, damage being done. It's G2, tepid, trying to bait his fights out, it's a triple face in the end, and one player left to do it all, Charon, TP, throwing mind games into the mix, expecting potentially the pivot over towards A. But the plan is stuck now. G2 get into this one. Jonah P and Leaf to lock up this map. And one kill is all it takes. Lotus goes G2's way. Into the blender, through the smoke, in through short, double up with a crossfire. There's a lot that needs to be dealt with. Util flying forwards, and so are the bullets. Gen.G are not going to be denied this chance. Grabbing access to the A site, grabbing a plan indeed, and Jorgamo, despite the incredible form he's been in, this would have to be an absolute world-class miracle. He's brought it into 1v3, but they know his location. And Texture is even wrapping behind. Ash and Charon looking to double up here. A lot to clear if your Jorg flash overhead. It's going to signal that things are to come, and Jorgamo is going to be dropped. Inserted though, deeper position indeed. That's a critical one. You've cleared up A short now. A lot of the bite out of this A hit is going to be removed, and Snakebite just forcing the issue. Texture could have gone backwards, but instead chose to take the fight.
Just felt forced, his hand there. Gen.G got to be starting to realize that G2 have been stacking A really heavily and very quickly in these rounds.
30 seconds left.
Despite the fact that Gen.G came away with the win on the pistol, everybody from G2 was there.
28 seconds, roughly. It's ticking down now at this point, 20 to work with.
Revealing area.
He's the side that they're going to be looking towards. Still, it's a 2v4. That means risky business here for Gen.G. They're going to have to put the guns and bodies on the line, I think, to try and stand a chance for this one. The Haunt barely broken. Ash is going to be connected, rooted down into the spot, but no one's watching! Oh my! Two dropped in the blink of an eye, but still all managed in the end by G2. All still up in Jorgamo walkabouts once more. So many players waiting on the other side! And the timing just not, Core Force opposed, just not ready for it. Jonah P was in control of the wall in that spot, and that means the go button called for. Gen.G are forwards, Trent not accounted for. Still, onto the high ground, Charon sets himself up and sets his team up nicely, but the Snakebite is going to be putting a pause to the plans. Gen.G have got to get a few more bodies in here because G2 have them surrounded. Still that high ground angle, Charon getting amazing value, but here's G2. From all sides of things, they come out swinging. Foxy9 in a 1v2. Damage done to Jonah P. A bullet to the chest will do him in. The spike is retrievable, but only 14 seconds to work with the time pressure. He's going to have to commit to the B plant. Jonah P isolated, but the timing breaks it. It's going to reveal it. Inserted himself there into A long, and Munchkin's gone. Jorgamo.
They've got such great game plans for dealing with this. They know exactly how Gen.G are playing.
And they're just drawing the blood out of these Gen.G bodies. One step at a time. No fancy re-clearing protocols, just really just offering themselves up to try and take it. And now Gen.G, less than 30 seconds left.
And they look a little lost.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the game plan here? It's just probably going to end up being a save.
It's going to be collided there, at least with the Nightfall. It's going to be scattering forwards. Charon. What the hell has he got there? Texture eliminating, trying to eviscerate a bit more, yet he's put down entirely.
Sova ult.
Leaf sticking, Sova only to get value. Is half onto the defuse already, and Trent is taken out. Munchkin delivering a death blow. 2 for it. Leaf has earned himself win cons potentially, but time is ticking in a 1v3. Good luck to you.
This is
off onto the edge. Doesn't stick it. He's looking for the fight, and Munchkin will give him it. A bit more passive though, because Texture lays down it, but it's just a half clearance. In for a short, deals with him. Shorty in the back pocket.
And then set up by Fade Utility to re-clear and get onto an angle.
Posted back up, trying to take that swing. That's Valen going down though. This should be the C site cracked open.
Enormous impact kill from Foxy9 on the entry. And they have Munchkin's ult to be able to work with.
Viper's Pit even being committed. Thorns to tangle them up. Leaf wants to try and take this fight forwards! When it just reduced down to the side arms. Even expecting where Karen could be, Leaf is just absolutely monstrous. Munchkin still alive. Pit will remain, but for how much longer? Not at all! Out of there, Munchkin. Walking around, even Trent himself just... No, Yuto used to clear that one. This is a game of timings that Munchkin has one out, finally.
The spike dropped though, the spike dropped in window.
What is occurring there?
Ash in a really exposed position, and that's going to slow everything down, but I don't think G2 are going to have the timing to be able to get back into A before the plant comes down. No. Problem is, Leaf's just really far back.
4v3. Just walking straight into it. That operator has exchanged hands, and this time, G2 feeling the ire of it. Texture, it's no slouch.
He almost missed the timing, but hits the quick scope.
The P's in though. Past this one. A lot of angles to account for though. He needs some backing from Leaf, and they go for the 3-2-1 swing. Good movement from Karen. Almost went wrong for them. But he offset the aim of Jonah P. Leaf's just going to tuck himself in. We've seen him win a clutch from this spot before, but it very much different circumstances against Gen.G situation with the spike ticking in the way that it is. Yeah, he has to give this one up finally. Going to B, they're going to be troubled. I think Jorgamo is tucked close to the corner. Nice and tight. Great trade by Ash.
They still have
the opening in the entry.
They still have Foxy9's ult.
You should run.
Here it is. Lockdown going to be used. After the fact here, G2. Do you take this one fast or do you wait this one out?
You got to wait it out. You got to respect it.
On the clock. Leaf's taking pot shots, hoping that he can potentially get a kill or two.
Oh, Valen using his ult to dodge it. Is he going to cancel that one? Oh, he got detained.
Detained. Maybe
that's
missed the timing on it.
Yeah, he missed the timing on that one quite badly.
And through the back though, they knew that position was accounted for, so Karon's going to be taken out. Still a 3v3 G2. Making a move on now. Time's ticking. So is the Spike TP up towards our top, trying to offset this one. Great movement. Foxy9 still alive, playing his life. Dark towards the side. Ash tries to avoid capture. It's a gun that needs to be picked up, but he realizes it now. Trent. Not enough time to work with, but Gen.G, they bring it level. They want to go fast. They're going to be contending with all that Vice util. Well, not anymore. Leaf's gone. All going to be quite useless onto the side here. Another timing to be taken by Jorgamo. He's inside the smoke, and he might be inside their heads. Going for it, trying to reset that one. It's a flood attempt, G2. Already in through the back and clearing out the site.
Spike down A.
They're just ridiculous on these eco rounds. Jorg pulled all of the pressure towards him, and Foxy9's got it all to do.
That rifle still snaps towards it, has the angles, finds the kills into the 1v1. Jonah P doesn't know where he is. Tap trying to bring him out into the open, but the timing miss once more.
But no Vice wall.
Moving forwards now, the stun onto the left side, holding your ground down, Jonah P. Wrangles controlling the rifle, and the dreams and hopes of Gen.G are scattered to the wind here.
10 seconds left.
Playing with them. It's a clash of the players, and the bloodbath is called for here with a paranoia sweeping forwards. Trent snaps forwards and Munchkin! The bullets the entire clip emptied out and damage done. Finally a kill claimed. It's 3 for him.
But look at Jonah P. Again, he's managed to work his way through.
There's
no way he's expected.
And the damage done, his players are weakened. Caron snaps 180. Keeps the hopes up and keeps the dream alive of a pistol round. Win the timing. Trent out to the smoke, and it's a guessing game for where this last player could be here. Looking for it, and he's just missed it. Ash and Caron will need to respect that now. Bullets flying forwards, breaking a portion of it. High ground, Caron.
Good awareness from Leaf.
And he's knocked. Forwards though, Horn needs to be broken. Kills. Potential for it with the Bulldog though, it's not the weapon of choice. But still a blood attempt is called for. Gen.G trying to get themselves in there with bodies. And more Ash! Second guesses it, finally catches on to it.
Trent.
Spike planted.
Latches to the corner, what a shot tap from Ash! He's brought them a win con, he's brought them a chance here. And it brought them into the 2v2, the drone just spotting it. Tight to the corner, Leaf will have to reposition. Close together now, Texture, Ash move together as a unit, as one. Ash cannot do it all. G2 are grouping up though, Texture. This is time in the sun there, but shut down.
There.
Jorgamo removes him. Llama broken, and now with the util sailing up and overhead, is all going to be on Foxy9. Feels like a hit. And it will be a hit. Foxy9, how the hell do you overcome all of this one here? Still TP forwards, no trade there eventually. Gonna be, it's labored in the process, but a horns on the beak. It's picture perfect from Trent.
That's an amazing play from Trent on his own.
Spike planted.
G2 have managed to get themselves in onto the site. I don't see a way back in for Gen.G.
2v4 Ash. He's alone doing this. Munchkin, other end of the map. Just gonna make a go. Anticipating.
What a freebie.
In a trade. Yeah, it is a free kill. There was no trade or swing from G2. Signs of life, calling for a TP all the way through. Valent's clearing close. Foxy9, he's missed the timing. He's trying to get close up forwards into them. He's catched it. Tries down by the ankle. Trent traces it out anyway to flood in. Gen.G trying to get a move on. Being shut down entirely.
Spike down.
Door slammed in their face, but there's no time left. And they're going to collect these kills. Is there time to plant? Not quite. Gen.G got it.
Took a ton of damage, but now they're going back into Caron.
Caron, hard committed. Repositions Paranoia with a jump spot. Not to be outdone.
Feels rushed at this point from G2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit tilted, perhaps.
Gen.G making him work for every inch of space. Caron! He's monstrous right now. Doesn't want to be removed. He's a line of defense for this team, and as much as you want to bait those shots out, you're not getting squat. Overhead, Jonah P, he's finished. And here it is. Stun, ricocheting, back and forth, reinforcements here. They've arrived in time with the texture even needed. Caron delivering death blow after death blow. G2, 20 seconds to work with here. They call for the pause and the hesitation here. There's discipline at work, G2. They spotted the last remaining player, Ash. He's left reeling, backing away. 15 seconds, and it's time enough to get the plant.
10 seconds left.
Deep position, and forward is Leaf. There was a chance there for Ash, but now down to just texture. Spotting out the one. Was he expected? Damage done. Trent was low enough, and it's not planted.
It's a horrible plant.
Not planted for Leaf whatsoever.
Patience.
Patience. Leaf is not budging. He calls the bluff entirely. Another tap. Texture! With the movement, he still can't claim the kill. One more for good luck, but he needs to hunt down Leaf, and Leaf sees that it's not being stuck. He finds the timing again. Texture is being toyed with. Leaf has had it for breakfast.
What an unbelievably good clutch from Leaf.
Neutral is used. Munchkin even with a pit here. Texture, he's got the operator to work with here. G2 flooding in, fast and loose. It's risky business, but risky business sometimes pays off, but Gen.G finally getting bodies into the site, the defense intact. Jumping, peeking, trying to bait for one another. One left to stand, but Trent is toppled. The G2 are still sticking 2 players onto the site. It's up to Valin, Jorgamo. Can they deliver any sort of kills inside the wall? There's a timing with the dart. It's a great tag, Jorgamo, he's gone. To the dust and to the mud with him. Valin has to be that next player in, but perfectly baited once more. And there's that wall, smoked up, facing it up. Every single player from Gen.G. Driving seat. Taking a fight forwards, and there's that stinger. Can't hold a candle, not against the rifle in the hands of Caron.
And this looks scrambled from G2. They can't exactly figure out where they want to go. They're threatening like it could be a C split and looking for the B pop. All on Munchkin, no snake bite.
All in your face inside the smoke. He wants to dominate this angle nice and early. It's going to be dropping down, faced with multitude. It's evened out and traded out, but still that player advantage is there.
He legged
Texture, legged it, damage done, but he's out to the side and he's looking all over the bloody place. He needs help and he needs a bailout. Foxy9 just can't wrangle it. Leaves it to Leaf though in a 1v2 and Gen.G. This is it, the impetus, the moment, the turning point. It's theirs, and well bloody earned. Trying to lock down and hold down that sightline angle as the dart pulled the back and inside the smoke. Obfuscated enough to pick that player out of the picture. Caron is no more but Texture. Next to step up, holding his ground down. Here's the jump down. There's G2 just trying to play these players in. Heavy-handed swings, Textures making the most of it. Jorgamo with the wall. There needs to be that follow-up up and over towards the top. No accounting for it. No half-earned time ticking away. Leaf is going to get a move on. And it's all Gen.G. Bend it. Plant down just yet and watching for the peak up top. Munchkin's head rolls off the shoulders there.
Leaf fast on the flank. It would be only Texture capable of taking a shot.
The Stingers, Gen.G are forced to opt into the site. They have to hold this one. Close quarters is the combat. That's what's going to be suited towards them. Lighting up these players, though. Texture can't stand up against that much. Still the pressure's there with the outlaw in hand. He's got it straight into the back of Ash. Caron, not long for the world, is he? Giving them that space. Gen.G absorbing most of it. Hunter's Fury to try and deny the texture. Is up towards the top there, in through the rafters, and a kill found and claimed. Foxy9 takes care of his adversary. Leaf is gone. You get into that post plant successfully. Texture a little bit worse for the wear.
Foxy9, he was on the lurk.
Balin's already in, and he might have just spotted it. I think Ping's yet. Spam up towards the top of it, in through 410, and Foxy9 is gone. Straight back to the dust here, Gen.G, no! Answering back with a few of their own. Keron finally taken out, but backing away. Leaf earns up towards the ult, but he's got 2 players to deal with, and you do not want to expend it in this situation. He's got to try and lurk and find the positions, running side to side. He doesn't know where the last is. There's a wall, isolates the fight, but is there time?
Not a chance.
High and mighty, but he's going to be watched for that beautiful instant res online. Jorgamo brings Trent back into the fray. Paranoid over the good connection. That drone is going to be clearing quite a bit. Even a tag. Gen.G not allowed to play inside that smoke. Drone for a drone. Getting the tags up. Spotting it into Nest. Trying to get the ping down and trying to get the spam down. G2 looking for a chance to try and flood in here, but it's a forward play by Gen.G. They've got another plan of action. Lockdown's going to be dropped down. Hunter's Fury going to be used to try and take this one out. The forward position's trying to be played once more. Texture and Keron. Texture dealt with Keron over the top. Dealt with easily enough. Jorgamo now.
No more.
Put this wall up, sticking this defuse. He's got it to half, and he's bought his team that win con once more. Going for the face, going for the peak. With a talk.
It's before the plant. They're running away to B.
They're running away at Gen.G. He's pushed out. The initiative has been taken from himself, and the knives almost gone entirely. He's another kill there. Refreshal for 12 seconds. They handed the spike over, and Keron with a TP. The ult has saved them. At least the plan's down for now.
Cover going out.
The Omen finding enormous value, but it's still player disadvantage for Gen.G. G2 don't exactly know where everybody is, but Trent's in a really pushed up position. This smoke, it's dangerous.
It does. Dangerous situation. A bit of spam from either side to heal. In the back pocket, G2 starting to get a run on, starting to get a move on. Going forwards now, knives out, texture, they're all going to miss, but the rifle still is his backup. The movement can't save him. G2! The rotation now, and Leaf is hard committed indeed. Needs some value, needs some kills! Just the grills getting in the way there, the bars of the jail. Trent is next on the chopping block. Texture taking control and taking over. Karen by his side. Make no mistake.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
G might have lost the past few rounds. Jorgamo though still trying to get active, but Ash is instantaneous. Squeezed, in fact. Too much to watch for, and yet still manages it. Gets the one.
Really solid awareness.
Even expecting the re-peek as well. He's holding his crosshair, not running away. He's waiting for the next. He knows that there was a deeper drone, and he knows that Trent was lurking. Jorgamo, Gen.G and Leaf gonna have to put this one together themselves. Just the 3 of them versus 5. And with the operator,
I think this is where you have to save.
it might be a save.
They're looking like they want to go for it.
Yeah, there's a wall up in front of their faces. Textures already just absolutely decimating them, destroying them. His team by his side. Relentless. There's no mercy at all. Gen.G. Hunter's Fury committed. That's meant to be a bit of a punish. They hear that drone coming through, and Trent, yeah, he's got that value. Here in a rumble though, potentially there, Valin might have just seen, and yes, finally gets that acknowledgement. Foxy9 was lurking his way through onto the A site. 3v5 spot.
30 seconds
Gen.G are in. Tight corner. G2 can make no mistake here. Footsteps rumbling and noise bait by Leaf. He's trying to bait Munchkin out of hiding, but second guesses it. Back towards him. Munchkin, he's perfect with it. Gen.G's been gone, done. Taken out. That's going to be broken out. G2 trying to make this one move and flood straight into the back. They've dealt with most of the side players, and it does now finally leave it all down to Munchkin. Even that snake bite, no chance in hell. Rebounding of all sorts of geometry. That's a full stick. And so G2, you know that they've gained access towards it, but there's nothing else. Yeah,
that is early.
Indeed, and Gen.G, one of their own. Paranoia sweeping forwards. Dart lining them all up. Ash is finding so much value. Gen.G, God damn, man, they can't be stopped. They've lit them all up. They've lit them all up indeed, and Trent is no match. Entrenched here, trying to avoid most of the fire, but Jorgamo cannot. Straight through the smoke, that's Ash, and Leaf caught out wide. 3 to do it all from G2. Gen.G, a methodical, dissecting this map, dissecting the site.
Do they clear Trent? He's about the only hope for G2.
Got to be the problem player in a spot like this, and yes, they do. The awareness is All there right now for Gen.G, and where is the first push off? Munchkin is just sticking this, drops down half, and everybody dies from G2. It's full armor on a multitude of players from G2, and they're going to be facing with the first one, but Valin was not so lucky!
That's amazing!
Munchkin! Trying to slam the nails into the coffin nice and early. It is answered back with Jorgamo. A tap.
Oh, and they're so tepid here,
Yeah.
G2. They think there's more players from Gen.G ready to deny. Okay, going backwards, picking up the ult orb. If they can now get a plant for free, suddenly there's a res online. And Leaf, he might have an opportunity to backstab. But Foxy9's awareness has been unbelievable so far on this map.
Watching for it. Res is available. Bring one of your players back into the fray. Pick and choose. You choose Trent. He's been monstrous in the clutch. They need it now more than ever. Gen.G are slowly getting a grip onto the site. Leaf is that backup policy, but this is explosive. Dash across and forwards as an operator in his bloody hands. Matters not. The weaponry. Give Texture a spoon. He's going to make you mince meat. Going to be denying this one, though. G2 getting onto the plan, wrapping around. And the situation is pressing right now for Kairon. Nana Swarm forced out into the open. Isolates the first kill. Shot down, slay it down, and Trent dealt with it, trying to find that timing. He does press himself forwards into a pit, at least, but he's gone. Down and out Texture. Trying to get instinctual as a dart. Okay, wall in his face and a dash backwards. Jonah P at least finds Foxy9. The spike is planted. Mad dash.
I mean, so far, this has been the biggest fumble with the ultimates that you could possibly ask for G2. It's actually allowed them an opportunity to right the ship and avoid the snowball.
Texture creeping. Leaf has his teammates back. He'll step no further. Gen.G still trying to make a go of things. But time has bled away from them here, and G2, in the midst of all of that chaos, somehow persevere.
That is a miracle round for G2.
And Texture.
But nobody B main for G2.
They've got to do it. Valin off from the side
Spike
there.
down B.
Kills exchange is traded out. Foxy9 in through mid, and again, this game of timings, it could happen to any possible player. Leaf wins his, Ash wins out. Jonah P is spotted though, out towards it, top towards Kitchen, and Ash is in a precarious spot. Where do you run? The entirety of site is gained by G2. B main control is still theirs. Peeking out wide though, Texture's not scoped up for it. Is slipping away from Gen.G. They've got to try and answer back here. Trent is lucky. Doesn't go down to that one, and Gen.G are the ones falling, crumbling. Ash in a 1v2. The time ticking. Entrenched positions here from the G2 players. Snake bite Ash, sticking, half. Earns himself a possibility, but against two players it would have to be ridiculous. Tap, not being forced out. G2, far too collected. Oh, relentless march over towards the A side and a kill. Collected for Valin once more. Added up. Total it overall. It's full side control now for G2. Slight gap, potentially over. But a pit now is going to be removing all of those sight lines. How do Gen.G play into this? They're backing away.
No way.
They're backing away. They're saving.
Giving up already?
They're giving up the round. Just drop down. Will there be kills to be collected? Will there be kills to be claimed? Valin with the movement and the Hunter's Fury. Pushes them back to the brink. Gen.G are desperate now. They group up. It's a last hurrah to try and get themselves to 12 to prevent G2 from getting to 12, but they give it up. Fuel is up. Players are set in their position. A dash forwards, but Texture's gone. G2, ever the hero, ever the miracle team. They're looking to put the fear of God into everyone at this event.